I promised you a Mandela cloud video for the next video, and I really noticed the clouds while I was flying in my recent airplane trip. But as a disclaimer, I really want us to realize that there are lots of different clouds. Okay, you can see here by this chart, there's lots of different clouds. I studied these clouds when I was in elementary school, and I learned about the different kinds of clouds way back then. So when I look at this chart, I see several new clouds that I don't recognize, but it was a long time ago. I really don't remember if this chart contains more clouds or if I just didn't study all the clouds. It would take a cloud expert to tell me if some of these clouds in this chart are new or not. But what I wanted to really say is that, once you have seen the Mandela effect and your mind has been blown and you realize that things aren't, the mundane way that we originally thought, or something is happening. We don't know if it's smart dust. We don't know if it's the way our Earth has always been and we've been kept blind to it. We don't really know what's going on. But because of that, we can sort of go really crazy and start thinking everything is a Mandela effect. Sort of like when I have paranormal experiences. I start thinking everything is a paranormal experience, even though some of them I can't explain away and later I find out weren't paranormal, but some of them were. So I just want to try to help us not go off the deep end and try to think that every single thing is a Mandela effect and that every single thing is a paranormal event, because first of all, that's going to make us look stupid, and then secondly, it's just not true, and I'm trying to find the truth, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. So it doesn't behoove us to think that every single thing is a Mandela effect. For instance, the airplanes that stop in the sky. I have seen that a few times. I'm starting to think it's an illusion it's some kind of illusion when I'm driving towards the airplane and it's coming at me. Anyways. Okay, with that said, I'm going to show you the clouds. So here are the clouds way up there that I believe the Mandela effect people, some of them have been saying they feel no longer exist. They only are seeing these big fluffy clouds that are lower to the ground, and they can't see these clouds, which I think are called the cumulonimbus clouds, but they do still exist. And I'm taking some footage here to show you. There's the big fluffy ones down there, and then way up there you see are still the really, really far away ones that we remember. They are still there, so it's not as if they've disappeared. This is not a Mandela effect, in my opinion. There they are again, and I saw them when I was traveling. Here I'm just focusing on some dark clouds. These ones I didn't recognize, these dark ones, and I didn't know if they were just smog streaks or what the heck they are, but I'm going to focus in on them a little bit. Dirty little clouds. I saw them when I was on a road trip recently, and there you can see them up above the plane. From the ground, they look really, really far away and small, not like these big, fluffy ones. So people are getting confused, and they're saying, there's only these big Mandela clouds. Now, if you do have a Mandela effect where you never saw those big Mandela clouds, there's a big gray one, big dirty one, then okay, but for me, these big fluffy clouds have always existed. Now, this one was new to me. I've never seen this before. This is what looks like to me like rain. You can see rain falling. And I have never seen rain falling like that before that's white. Usually it's always gray. So that one was a little bit new. The gray clouds were new, but other than that, the clouds have always been different. This is not a Mandela effect. And if you think it is, okay, go ahead and tell me why you think there is a Mandela effect with the clouds. I'm not going to argue you. I know everybody has different memories. This is me in the hotel room, and just because some people said I really wasn't flying and I didn't take a trip, I really actually did. This is me. Took a shot of myself all greasy and weary for one of my friends on my phone. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if this upset you, but to me, this is not a Mandela effect, and we need to be careful when we're saying things are Mandela effects when maybe they're not Mandela effects.